Here you are. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, and welcome to Tessa-Marie, the Love Channel, the Five Pillars of Prosperity Channel. Yes, and I am Tessa-Marie, and this is where you will get the answers to life's true happiness and success. So subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when more videos of this nature are released. In this video, we're talking about love and the weight of love and what happens and how heavy love is. Hello, welcome, whoever you are. Thanks for dropping by. Today, I'm talking about love. You see the topic, the weight of love. What happens to love? How heavy is love? You see, love does not come by itself. Love comes and it's heavy. It is weighted. We put weight on it, and its love comes and it's never alone. We do not know really where it begins, but we have heard it. It's a four-letter words with a lot of weight. And many times we have to digest it and open it and go into it to find out what it is about love that takes up so much of our time and our energy. And in many cases, we use the word in a positive way towards a significant other or a spouse. And we will say, we're special about that person. There's something amazing. I love them. I care for them. I cherish them. And we express that. And then we also have another way of withholding our love. So just in this one thing, we're expressing love, and then sometimes there are others who of us who withhold our love. And we're not really withholding it consciously, but we are withholding it. And that is really the part that is maybe we think is never done. It is more done than you think because we do it every day. We do withhold our love every day. Um, we're afraid of sharing our love with others. And yet we express that we love that person. You will hear it say, I love you. I will do anything for you. We say we'll do anything for our own children. We'll say we'll do anything for our spouses or friends or parents. We just believe we'll do it. And we go ahead saying that. The price to pay for love, what is it? Because everything has a price. Something with passion has a heavier price, and love comes with that. Very often, lots of lovers feel that passion, and the price is very, very, very big. And some of us can't pay that price. And we do not even realize that we are not paying the proper price. And maybe that other person has bargained for more than we're able to give. Can we leave one empty? Love can leave you empty. When you love, there are times where you ask, is that all there is? Because you're saying, where did my love go? We had such strong love. We had such a big, deep, fantastic love. Where did it all go? And of course, you've heard it, love left. I heard from the nuns when I went to school, when poverty walks through the door, love flies out the window. When there is no money or no finance or no prosperity, many relationships break up. That is most common one. We see that. We say, I put all my love towards my children first. I put my spouse first, this person first. Yet we continue to do that and expect them to do the same. When we place everyone on our list first, what does that really mean? When we do that, right? We go and we say, okay, I'm putting everybody in my life. I'll do anything for them. I'll work to the bone for them. And then what happens? Every time we profess how much love we have for somebody, we're emptying ourselves into them. And some of us consciously keep tabs. I always tell you I love you. I show you I love you. I bend my back for you by loving you. I do everything you ask because I love you. And then we hold back when we say to ourselves, I am not getting the love from that person that I'm putting in. They're not keeping the end of the bargain. And sometimes it's not even a lover, it's a child, it's a brother, a sister. And in some cases, we even say to our parents, I do so much for them, I love them. And nobody reciprocates. Now, that is very, very hard to take. And when that happens, we take a turn, we pull back, we withhold. But that doesn't make us feel better. We still are angry. We still think of it. We're still living the experiences that caused us to pull back, to let go of them. We're still not feeling good enough. And you see, that is why love by itself has this big, big bundle that it carries, that weight. And when you open that bag of love, there's so many parts of it. There's so many different parts of love that we do not even see, or we break it open and little bits come in, put them together, and it is huge. And it's only a four-letter word. It is so heavy. You would think it would have to have 11, 12 letters for it to be so big, but no. We put so much emphasis on the love coming from outside and coming to us. That's what we do. I said here, I will read this part because it's worth reading. We can see we cannot see the version of the vision that that lover has about how we desire to love. We cannot see the vision, and they are not able to see the vision that of the version we expect from them. And if they cannot see it and we haven't expressed it, then they are going to give us whatever version of the vision of love they have. And we do the same. We have to communicate how we feel about love, even if our own children. Um, when we withhold the love towards others, we are saying they did not pay the price. They did not keep the end of the bargain. That's what we're saying. Whether there was a bargain or not, or whether there was a price to pay, when we're not seeing it coming, we're going to say they're not holding the end of the bargain. You have heard it said, I put my 50% into this relationship of loving, and they're not putting their 50%. And I've always said, where you put 50%, all you need is to have a cough or sneeze, and you're down to 49%. By the time your nose starts running, you're down to 40%. So 50% is on the edge of failure. And it has to be more than that. But both people have to be committed to do that. You cannot commit to love so much that you drain your cup into them and there is nothing coming for you. But you see, that is because you expect somebody else to love you. You were born with a free will. You were born with a choice, and we are not using it. Um, Now, since you have given all your love to everyone, is there any love left for yourself? And that's where the trouble begins, you see. We did not, or we do not, take the time to love ourselves. We do not take the time to put the effort into our own self and choose to love us. We heard others say, they complete me. You were completed before. You were whole and entire before. You were created completely. I need that person, you say, to make me feel whole, to complete me. Like you are missing a limb or your brain, you lost your brain, and you know that person that you find who loves you will give it to you. And when you find out that they are not capable of doing that for you, you resent them. And all the love that you had at the beginning, you say, where did the love go? Where did that love I felt for that person, where did it go? And that is not anybody's fault. The first person that has to love, no matter how much you love your children, your spouse, your parents, your family, your friends, you must love you. The thing is, we forget that in loving us, we are loving others, especially those that are attached to us some way or the other, whether by bloodstream, DNA, or what, especially those we give birth to. They love us. And when we take care of ourselves, when we love ourselves to step up and be ourselves and be worthy and be whole and enjoy being ourselves, they are happier for that. They do not have to worry about mother today. They do not have to worry about father today or my parents. They take care of themselves. They're jogging. But if you sit and you wait for them to connect with you, to show their love to you, you're asking somebody to do something that is maybe not what they want to do. We have to love ourselves first. And if you want to connect with them and you want to show your love, then you connect. And by doing that, they might connect. And even if they don't, Do not hold that against those who cannot show up when you think they should show up. The only person that must show up for you is you. The only person that must love you is you. And that love does not come from somebody outside. As I said, the value or the version or the vision of the love that you have for yourself or you desire to have in your life does not come from somebody else. They will say they love you according to their version of the vision of how they value you to love you. So you see, that's why it begins there. This is what love is about. It's heavy. It requires you work on it. And the thing is, when you come to the realization that you need to make a 180 turn, be careful. Because when you make that 180 turn and you have started to love yourself, do not stop loving others because then you're back at 360. So you have to consistently work to love yourself and make sure you're loving yourself so you are not back at 360. You have to be exactly where you are supposed to be at 180, loving yourself, caring for yourself, doing things for yourself. This is the only way that you will feel the love you're looking for because you already have it. And you will not expect that person to meet you halfway, to meet you at 50%, because you're already at 100% of love of self. So you know what it feels to love yourself and you will express it. And you can then give 100% to that commitment. But their love does not complete you. Nobody's love completes you. The only love that completes you is the love and the value and the version of the vision of that love that you have placed in your heart. Love is heavy, it's weighty, and it's something that we have to look at. You cannot love me to the point that you believe because they say they love you, they have a right to insult you. And then when you have to make a choice, you turn, well, they love me, but that is not how they show it. Did you know that it is not how you like it? Or are you going to just cover it with, oh, they still love me? That's not good enough. And that goes for both men and women. So I'm not talking only about a woman feeling that way. There are men that feels that way. There are men that express it that way. I give them my all, but they don't really care. But I think, deep down, they still love me. You cannot expect that to be the meal for the day and the dessert after the meal and the cup of tea before you go to bed. You have to believe that you love you. You are the meal, you are the dessert, you're the cup of tea for yourself. Nobody can complete you except you. Nobody makes you whole except you because you are already whole. You have to know that. And you have to love yourself as much as you say you love others, including your children. As I said previously, when you show love of yourself by taking care of yourself, by being the best of yourself, you also are doing the best for them. They get the satisfaction of knowing that you're okay, that you're taking care of yourself. You see, in the 5 pillars of prosperity, love is not standing on its own. But within the 5 pillars, each of the 5 pillars, there is a large portion of love. In emotional prosperity, there is emotional love. In spiritual prosperity, there is spiritual love. In physical prosperity, there's physical love. In mental prosperity, there's mental love. In financial prosperity, there's certainly financial love. The thing that we need to ask ourselves every day is, what have I done to show love of myself today? What have I done for myself to show that I do love, value, and know that I am whole and I am complete? I do not need another person to complete me because I come to them complete and they will come to me complete, both at 100%, fired up and ready to love, even if it's siblings. But this, it's not a one-way street. It's not saying I sacrifice. That is not love. That's painful. Love is saying I enjoy the company. I enjoy the time. I enjoy the moments. You see, love is very, very heavy. And it always requires that we understand it, we open it, we dissect it. And you have to share and love you, knowing that you are complete and whole and entire. When you give all your love out to others, what are you holding for you? You're an empty shell. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love others? My name is Tessa-Marie, and I am trusting that this video touched you just a little bit so that you realize you're valuable, you're worthy, you're good enough, you're complete. Have a great and wonderful afternoon. Thank you for listening. See you next Thursday at 12 p.m.